The first game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in week 2. And no run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. First play of the drive is a run with Thompson. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. They go with Thompson again. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 10 yards there and an Eagle first down. The Eagles at 1-0 on the year following the win in week 1. And they were able to get that road victory in the opener. Now they look to get to 2-0 in front of the home crowd.
And look, any road win in the NFL, that's huge. But when you do it week 1, that gets you pointed in the right direction and sends notice to the rest of the league that you mean business.
And take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. And early on, they're picking up right where they left off last week.
And I know a lot of coaches say each game is its own. You don't really have carryover. This feels like carryover. So much confidence from the previous game that they're using to their advantage now.
Goes out left. It's caught by Williams. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. We knew he was close to the line of scrimmage, and they say he stepped over.
Well, when you see him in that position, you think he's become a runner. As a DB, you start to react towards the line of scrimmage. They can often throw it over your head.
Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Michael Pierce, in all of his 340-pound glory, gets the sack. Tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He wants it all for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Here's Brad Robbins now. And this will be taken at the 13. So possession goes over here on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. Play action. Here's Hurts. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And this intercepted on the first play of the game. Then he will take it across midfield and down to the 45. So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. Not a skill most of them possess that allows for extra yardage on the return.
They go play action here on 1st down. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. And the Vikings are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. That, Charles, the first interception he's thrown here in year number 2.
And I know it's just the first one, But didn't it feel like what we saw from him last year, where he was plagued by this type of a play? And they thought that, you know, over the offseason, going into a second season, some of that would go away. Thus far, he still looks a lot like his rookie year.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Now, this defense for the Eagles, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And every defensive team that we talk to, they spend a lot of time talking about creating turnovers. And anytime you get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really good performance. They exceeded that number in a huge way. They got the football back 4 times in the win.
The second down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there. You look at this Eagle defense. This unit, 3rd best in the NFL in stopping the run.
We know it's only week 1, but the results are pretty good so far. The key is, can they do it week in and week out? Because right now, they're not awarding any championships or trophies after 1 week of performance. Got some nice young faces playing for them. Let's see if they can get this going.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Tyson Campbell. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
Hey, it's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he made it all the way to the end zone. This week, he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. This is caught. Touchdown, Eagles. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Eagles take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. The Eagle kick team out there now as they run up and send this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
Well, every now and then I can speak from experience because I do know, as a defender, it is awfully hard to stay with your man on these crossing routes because even if you don't get picked, there's a danger of being picked either by one of their receivers or maybe by your own defender. And on that play, that worked quite well.
He gets this to Devontae Adams. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 17 yards is the pickup there for number 17.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere. And they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well. And that's what.
Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Vikings. Jordan Addison, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Vikings are an extra point away from evening this one up. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Fair catch going to be taken, and this will be moved out to the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
That confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around.
Hey, look at this defense for the Vikings.
They've been pretty solid against the pass. Toward the middle of the pack, number 14 in the NFL.
They absolutely have to avoid the penalties, have to walk that line between being aggressive and the ones that get you in trouble. The illegal contact, pass interference calls, they've got to make sure that they don't have those.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And now it's 3rd and 3. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
It's a 42-yard punt, but 8 on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And the momentum just continuing to build and build for them. They had the touchdown, their last drive to tie the game. Now their defense does its job, and Charles, all of a sudden, they've got a chance to capture the lead here.
And we're seeing a really nice exhibition of what coaches love to call complementary football. Offense gets it tied, defense does its job, gets the ball right back, and their teammates now have momentum. What a nice job they're doing, all doing it together.
2nd down, and they go back to Gibbs. Down the left sideline. Inside the 10.
Touchdown, Vikings!
Jahmyr Gibbs, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year.
And the Vikings have taken the lead. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a 2nd one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdowns scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. Through 1 quarter, 14-7 our score. Lutz now to kick this one away.
Now this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7 as they come up 1st and 10. Here's a throw, complete right side to start things out. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. The catch and run, good for 18 and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
They'll set up a throw. And that is incomplete.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
Now a 2nd and 10.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field, it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Again, he'll drop to throw. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack.
Keon White got in there for the sack. On now to punt, Brad Robbins.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And take it right on the 30. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Now their last 2 drives, both ending in touchdowns. It's got them this 14-7 lead.
And it looks to me, and I think you're probably seeing the exact same thing, they're in an ideal spot now to create some separation. The way that they're functioning on offense now, they can create a pretty good gap. Allows their defense to play with a little more verve and confidence.
A big article in the paper this morning about them stringing possessions together for consecutive touchdowns. Well, right here, they're trying to make it 3 in a row.
Here's Hurts to throw.
They'll roll him out right.
That one into the hands of Adams downfield.
And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down.
From the gun, Gibbs will get it.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
Hurts.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. It's a big play, yet amazingly, because of how far they had to go, they're still looking at a second down here.
On the give, here's Gibbs.
And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Going back to Gibbs on first down. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there, second down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
On second down, here's Gibbs. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
And he does not get to the first down marker as they stop him at the 19. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter. 14-7. Now Lutz for the field goal try. From the left hash, it's a 36-yard attempt. The kick by Lutz is good. And they will move up by 10 now. 17-7. So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They trail by 10, 17-7 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
That's a tough spot for a running back coming out of the backfield because you know he's got to look for the football, knowing full well he's got a man coming his way full steam, and he broke that one up.
Now a throw here, hauled in, and running with power here. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down.
That's good for an Eagles.
Looking to throw. And he drops this off to Thompson, complete. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
1st and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost.
Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the 1st half. 2nd and 11. Six yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
They asked him to take charge and get them to a spot where they can at least attempt a kick before the half, and he does just that. Didn't trust what he saw downfield, so he took it upon himself to get them into field goal range using his legs. That's coming through with a play they needed in a big spot.
Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Now back to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Jalen Waddle.
In the final seconds of the 1st half.
And the Eagles are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the 1st half.
Now the extra point. And this is up and good to make it a 17-14 game.
Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the 1st half of play. 1st half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. A field goal the difference. 17-14 is the score. Back underway here now in this 3rd quarter.
And the half will begin with a touchback.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
Room here to run. And he'll be out just a yard or
22 shy of the 30. 119 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
They went with the nickel look defensively, so they had 5 defensive backs in there. Didn't help them stop the run.
Yeah, I love that. The nickel look, 5 cents, 5 DBs. But what also happens then, you take a big body off the field in order to insert that guy. So you're taking a big off for a little. And oftentimes you can run the football effectively against that defense.
From the 25, here's 2nd down and 3. They go play action with Hurts.
He's going to get this one out to his fullback.
4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
And they pick up a 1st down, and that came out of the fullback position. But as you and I both know, that doesn't necessarily mean it's a fullback playing in that spot.
You know, times have changed, right? The old school fullback doesn't really exist anymore.
We're not getting that same player out of college with all the spread offenses, not very many pro style, where you actually have a true fullback. We're having to make do in the NFL and put guys in that spot who emulate it but aren't necessarily that position.
2nd down, and they go back to Gibbs.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and
2. Gibbs will try and pick it up.
And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16.
They end up getting stuffed twice after that 9-yard gain back on 1st down.
A great job there by this defense. They give up the long drive, but in the end, it looks like they'll force a field goal attempt.
It hurts not coming to the sideline. They're going to go for it.
back to throw.
And Hurts is intercepted, his 3rd of the game. And the Eagles are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line.
So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
They'll let this go for the end zone.
And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown.
Jamison Williams,
46 yards.
And the Eagles have retaken a 3rd quarter lead.
Point after right down the middle. And that will make this a 4-point game. The Eagle kick team out there now as they run up and send this one away.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
At their own 22-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done.
Gibbs straight ahead.
And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
142 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues. 3rd and 8. Hurts sets up to throw it.
Being chased, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. The
Let's take it at around the 40. That'll go as a 46-yard punt with a return of 7. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And they've got the lead here getting late into the 3rd quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that. But the rushing game, almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
2nd and 7. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jamison Williams, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Eagles are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. Extra point splits the uprights, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And these guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a... And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Kyle Gordon picks it off. And the Eagles are going to get the football back as time will run out in this 3rd quarter of play. So it'll be a change of possession on the turnover when we get back. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL. Shotgun handoff to Thompson. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. He was close to flirting with that sideline, but able to stay in bounds like you know his coach wants him to do and keep that clock moving.
Isn't it funny that we're watching this play when we had that discussion just yesterday about this? What do you do in this scenario? What do you know, what's your mindset? It appeared to me that he'd totally forgotten that he needed to stay in bounds, and then the last second, oh no, I better get down. And he ended up doing the right thing. But at that point, maybe close to let this slip away.
The end result, 21 yards. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. He'll look to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. 2nd and 3. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Not too many missteps in the red zone thus far. He was going for his 5th touchdown pass. His man couldn't shake free there, but boy, you know he's going to take another shot before this one's over.
Yeah, exactly, because you know 3 is good, 4 is excellent, you get 5. That's a whale of a game. And no hesitation about this decision here. Confidently, they're going to go for this. 4th and goal from the 3. They'll turn to Thompson. And he'll be caught behind the line of scrimmage at the 3. They stop him on 4th and goal at the 3. And the Vikings, they come up big down near the goal line. And I am not sure, partner, there what the mindset was to go for it. I don't know.
And some teams just feel that possession is the key to everything. They just want to have the football in their hands. No matter how it goes to the other team, they just don't trust doing that. So they say, listen, go for it and try and finish it ourselves.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
They were just trying to give their offense a little more room down near their own goal line, but this is just going to make things worse.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Back to throw now in his own end zone. And my goodness, another interception. And he'll be marked down at the 2-yard line.
Intercepted. They'll take over 1st down and goal.
Suddenly
it's first and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here.
Thompson is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Point after here coming up. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through. Touchdown the lead. The Eagle kick team out there now as they run up and send this one away.
And this will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnelled. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
And the throw here caught by Addison.
And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's first and 10.
Throwing is Hurts.
Flush to his right.
This ball caught by Mechie.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a first and 10 at the 42-yard line. They'll look to throw.
Repeat of the last play, going to Mechie here.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
They'll throw on first down with Hurts.
It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota.
Jahmyr Gibbs.
He scored on the ground and through the air.
And the Vikings have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth.
The Vikings leave the offense on the field as they're going to line up and go for 2. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
And he'll elect not to run with it. The fair catch will move this out to the 25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
If they can score here, they have a chance to make this a 3-possession game and all but put things to bed.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. Decent start defensively to this series. They've got to stop them here and get this ball back.
I like the way you phrase that, partner. Decent start, but now it's got to be more about the ball. It's all about the ball, getting it away from them because making good tackles is one thing, but the clock will run out on you. You've got to have the football back for your offense.
Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game.
Now, this offense really looking polished these first couple of weeks. Here's first and 10.
Again, a run with Thompson.
That's a pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. 63 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
I guess he was saving his best for last, so to speak. Longest run of the day coming here in the fourth quarter right there.
And that type of run makes for a better night for him and his teammates, doesn't it? To be able to produce this late in the game can lead to some big smiles and satisfaction in the locker room after this one's over.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Thompson between the tackles. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just 70 seconds left to go in the game.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
Perhaps they overthought this one a little bit. They've been running it real well on this drive, and it was 3rd and short, okay? They decided to throw the football incomplete. Yeah, they might have thought just a little bit too hard about that play selection.
Here we go on 4th down. And that should do it. He's got a 1st down. And the Eagles, they can run it out from here.
The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game.
On a jet sweep, here comes Waddle.
And a short gain down to about the 33.
Jalen Johnson up to make the tackle.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. They give it here to Thompson. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college, and how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee, and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And this 11-play drive is going to lead to nothing on the scoreboard.
This is 1st and 10.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll be taken down here, and that is how this one is going to come to an end.
Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big second half, and that lifts them to the victory.
And Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about teams making adjustments. You know what the best adjustments usually are? It's just executing better. Because the game plan you put in place at the beginning of the week often still holds. You don't have to make wholesale changes. You just have to do a little